Welcome to Goyo's Garden and Tie-Dyes. I'm Greg. Alright, today we will be doing a kids medium Gildan. The shirt has been soaked in soda ash for at least 20 minutes or longer. And this will be part of my 4th of July theme. I was going to say collection, but I don't know how big of a collection is a collection. So I'm hoping for a redemption on this one. This is kind of the mini of the tapestry I did. So we're going to be doing a heart on the front of it. And the shirt has been dried or spun dried in my new Panda spin dryer. That is amazing. It gets more water out than the regular washing machine. And I'm having a little adjustment period with it. It just wants to fold so much faster. And I still manhandle it too much. So being a little bit drier doesn't help. It helps, but not in that manner. But we'll get it. Try to tuck in the best I can. Don't know if it's helped me much, but I'm going through the motions. And I get to use my sinew puller again. And it does fit nice in the hand. And it's made by Boredom with Jen. You should give her website a look. She's got all kinds of new things out there. Boy, I'm having a really hard time editing today. There's all kinds of noise outside. So maybe you heard that car go by, I don't know. But everybody's doing their lawns, and it's kind of a cool day between the hot days. We're in the low 80s today. So that's not bad at all. And I think I'm going to put on another little piece of sinew on here. See if we can't get some definition like a few people suggested. And I take any and all suggestions on anything, please. And I tie the knots in the end, just makes it easier to find. Mr. Tie-Dye taught me that. And pretty handy. Okay, so I'm just going to be putting those little noids on the end of it. That's what I decided to call it. And they'll make those little bursts of white. And I apologize if you keep hearing a faint ding. We're having several fires sprout up today. There's 3 going on right now, all within 80 miles or so of us. But they are jumping on them awful quick. In fact, we've had a couple where they sprouted up, and before the fire department could get there or anything else, our sheriff's helicopter, also known as Henry 1, seen it from the sky, dipped into a nearby lake, and had it out before any other first responders could show up. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, so we're having an early fire season this year. Let's just hope people are really conscious of what they're doing out there. But then again, when you have that dry lightning, not much you can do with that either. Just keep an eye on it. So I'm trying to do this as random as possible. You just give it a little pinch and put on a rubber band nice and tight around it. You don't want to use the sinew on it because you don't want a crisp line. You want it to actually kind of fan into the little burst. Because if not, it'd just be a circle. You can make them different sizes, larger peaks, smaller. But the one thing you want to keep in mind is when you are dyeing, to keep the rubber bands from touching the other one. And you can do that at the final adjusting when you're about to dye that side. You can pull them apart, raise them higher or lower, just as long as you're not touching each other. The best that you can. I can already tell there's too much there. Yeah, you don't want them too big, because before you know it, half the shirt's white. So just keep them separated the best that you can. I'm going to put these rubber bands on there now to help try to stand them up and separate them. And you don't have to be particularly on the money right now because you will have a chance before you put dye on the front. Last minute adjustments. And be careful putting on these rubber bands too. If you overstack them too much, your dye will just run down one and turn everything the wrong color. I wish I knew that before I did this. Just have to be really careful when applying the dye around these. Just take your time. And there's motorcycles up and down the street and everything. Jeez, it's a noisy day today. I think we're going to call that one good. It said you can adjust it at the end. Okay, so I've dyed several out here today. The racks are clean. I clean them in between. But I do it upside down first with the noids facing down. And it was so dry, I had to mist it a little bit that I'm not used to. That dryer gets them so dry, it just doesn't want to penetrate. I don't know if we have different climates or what, but I've seen a lot of people dry them out completely and do them. But when I do that, it just wants to bead right off of it. So I give it a little squirt. And actually the very tip of this was fire red, and now I'm putting on Chinese red. I know they look exactly the same, but there's a difference. So apply the blue to the back as fast as you can, but as careful as you can. Make sure those little noids are out of the way. But if you do it quick enough, you shouldn't have a problem. It won't penetrate all the way through and start soaking up them. But if you don't do it on the backside, you have a big chance of having more white streaks and stuff inside of it, unless that's what you want. right, now I'm going to have to be a little bit more careful here with the blue. Try to keep it below the rubber band lines the best you can. And you can see I'm separating them as I go, so that really helps. Sorry about the big head in the way, but you're either going to have me leaning over or have my belly pushing it out of the way. One of the two. You don't get both. We're doing the best we can. Getting better, I think, at filming the dying part anyway. Yes, and keep that little tip holder in your hands, because if it touches any of the blue dye, you're just going to spread it onto the white parts, and you don't want that. But then again, I always put unwanted dye where it doesn't belong. Yeah, I think I did a total of 14 shirts on this day. I didn't film them all because some of them were duplicates, but I had to get my collection going for my sale coming up. It'll be July 4th. And this one here, I was actually trying to do a double little burst, halfway up one that was just way, way too big to deal with. Nope, something different. Might add a little bit more red to it. And here's the finished product. All right, I'm liking it. The front side's a lot wider than the back side came out. You can kind of see a little pink. I think heart came through and touched the spot on there. But all in all, I'm liking it. All right. Well, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. If you like it, please hit the like button. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please subscribe. And if you want to share it, please share it. Thank you so much again. I'll see you next time.